Hello students, welcome to Trunkie Academy. Uh, we were studying about the natural resources, and we studied about the different cycle, important cycle of some natural resources like water cycle, oxygen cycle, and carbon cycle and nitrogen cycle, etc. Okay. We also studied what is the importance of air, what is the importance of water, and what is the importance of other natural resources for the living organisms and sustenance of life on earth. Okay. Now today we'll study about one important topic, that is the ozone layer. As per the class 9 syllabus and the NCERT guidelines, we have some uh, this topic is in to some extent in detail, and that will study what is ozone layer. Okay. What is ozone layer depletion, what are the consequences of ozone layer depletion, and what are the causes of ozone layer depletion. First of all, we'll try to understand what is ozone layer. Okay, so we'll study about the ozone layer. Now, ozone layer is mainly found in the lower portion of the Earth's atmosphere. As I started this chapter, I told you that there are different layers in the atmosphere. Okay, the lowermost layer is the troposphere. Okay, and this atmosphere contains air, which is the mixture of gases. Okay, so ozone layer is mainly found in the lower portion of the Earth's atmosphere. So, found in lower portion of the atmosphere. Okay, so this layer is very important, because this layer of the atmosphere has got potential to absorb around 97 to 99% of harmful ultraviolet radiations that comes from the sunlight. Okay, so importance, ozone layer has potential to absorb around 97 to 99% of the harmful radiations, ultraviolet radiation, radiations coming from the sun. Okay. That means it plays a very important role by absorbing the harmful ultraviolet radiation, UV radiation that comes from the sun. Okay, if that enters, it passes through. Okay, or if it is controlling about absorbing about 97 to 99%. Okay, so if these radiations enters or reaches the Earth's surface, or it pass through these ozone layer, so it is harmful for the living organisms. Okay, so it can damage the life on Earth. Okay, so UV radiation can damage life, can damage life on Earth. Okay, so that is one thing. If the ozone layer was absent, millions of people would develop skin disease and may have weak immune system, etc. Okay, so That means if it is not present, okay, if it was not present, then it would have been very very dangerous for life on earth. Okay, immune system would have been weak, and there would have been so many skin diseases. Okay, so this protects the living organisms, okay, by absorbing the harmful ultraviolet radiation. However, the scientists have discovered that there is a hole, one hole in ozone layer over Antarctica. Okay, Antarctica is a place, and over Antarctica, they have observed that the ozone layer over Antarctica, there is a hole through which the ultraviolet radiations, harmful ultraviolet radiations, are not being absorbed. Okay, and about 97 to 99%, this UV radiations are not being absorbed because there is a hole in the ozone layer. Okay, this has focused their concern on various environmental issues and steps to control them. Because if this is going to increase, and if we find some more holes like this, okay, then it will be very very dangerous for life on Earth. So this has it has become a matter of concern and worry. So and the scientists are research and have done research and still doing some research to control this damage. Okay, and so this is one of the important. The main reasons for ozone hole are chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, so the ozone hole over Antarctica. Okay, and now the main reason for the ozone hole are chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbon is a substance which is used in refrigeration. Okay, chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, carbon tetrachloride, carbon tetrachloride, carbon tetrachloride, methyl bromide, These are the chemical substances which are affecting the ozone layer and causing thinning of the ozone layer, thereby creating a hole in the ozone layer. Okay, so bromide, and these are the chemical compounds. Okay, hydrochlorofluorocarbon, hydrochlorofluorocarbon. So these are the chemical substance that affects the ozone layer. Okay, ozone layer is made of gas, a kind of allotrope of the oxygen. Okay, it is O3, like oxygen we know it's O2. Okay, so here this ozone layer, gas of this ozone layer is affected by these chemical compounds that are chlorofluorocarbon, carbon tetrachloride, methyl bromide, and hydrochlorofluorocarbon. Okay, so now we'll see what is ozone layer depletion and how it occurs. Okay, now ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion, depleting of ozone layer, okay, or thinning of ozone layer. Okay, and so ozone layer depletion is the gradual thinning of the Earth's ozone layer in the upper atmosphere caused due to the release of chemical compounds containing gaseous bromine or chlorine from industries or other human activities. So this is the complete definition. Okay, it is the depletion of it means gradual thinning of the ozone layer in the stratosphere of the atmosphere, and caused due to the release of chemical compounds containing gaseous bromine or chlorine from industries or human activity. So we'll write that here. Okay, it is the gradual thinning. It is the gradual thinning of the Earth's ozone layer in the stratosphere. Stratosphere is one of the part of the atmosphere. Okay, there are different layers. So stratosphere stratosphere of atmosphere caused due to the release of chemical compounds containing gaseous bromine or chlorine from industries. This is a complete definition: industries or other human activities. Okay. There are some kind of industries like they use some kind of chemical substances for manufacture of some product. Okay, so they release some chemical compound which contains some gaseous bromine or chlorine, which may interfere with the ozone layer and causes the thinning of this ozone layer. Okay, also some human activities mean other human activities means it may be some kind of the use of refrigeration or some other activities that cause the evolution of or the release of this gaseous bromine or chlorine. Okay, so this gaseous bromine and chlorine which mixes with the ozone layer and reacts. Okay, it causes the thinning of ozone layer. Okay, so now we'll see in this that how it affects what happens. For example, if this is the earth, okay, and if this is the sun, okay, and then the sun radiations are coming, okay, and they are returning because of the ozone layer, okay, and other radiation which are not harmful can enter, but this ultraviolet radiation, UV, okay, UV radiations, they are absorbed or returned, and this way it is protecting the life on earth. Okay, so where there is depletion of ozone layer, there we find like in over Antarctica. So if there is a here the ozone layer is the ultraviolet radiation is entering to earth's surface. Okay, so where there is thinning of ozone layer over Antarctica or ozone hole, this ultraviolet radiation is not absorbed and not reflected back, and can pass through the atmosphere and reaches the earth's surface, and then it causes the harmful effects for living organisms, both plants and animals. Okay, so this ozone layer is now how it happens. Okay, ozone layer depletion is the thinning actually and present in the upper in that stratosphere. This happens when the chlorine and bromine in the gaseous form, okay, are atoms of this chlorine and bromine when comes in contact with the ozone. Okay, ozone is a type of gas that is present in the ozone layer. Come in contact with ozone and destroy the ozone molecules. So what happens? So that means when the chlorine and bromine atom in bromine atom okay, from gaseous compound containing chlorine and bromine comes in contact with ozone. Okay, comes in contact with ozone. It destroys the ozone layer. Or you can say not ozone, we like ozone molecules, or a kind of reaction takes place, ozone molecule. So one chlorine can destroy one chlorine molecule, one chlorine can destroy, or one chlorine molecule, one chlorine can destroy uh, 1,00,000. Just imagine 1,00,000 molecules of ozone. One chlorine can, or one molecule of chlorine can destroy 1,00,000 molecule of ozone. Okay, so it is just imagine, okay, molecules of ozone. So how harmful and the deteriorating it is, this gaseous chlorine compound is. Okay, so that is the reason we need to prevent the release and the production of this gaseous chlorine and bromine, because it is destroying the ozone layer, and this ozone layer is very, very important for the protection of living organisms from harmful ultraviolet radiations that comes from the sun. Okay, so this is a kind of a preventive or protective blanket which is protecting the living organisms from harmful UV radiation. Okay, so such compounds which are causing the ozone depletion are called ozone depleting substances, ODS. Okay, so chemical substances that causes thinning or depletion of ozone layer are called, they are called ozone depleting substances. Ozone depleting substances, or in short form it is called ODS. Okay, so ODS. So this is the now. So the ozone depleting substances that contain the chlorine include chlorofluorocarbon, carbon tetrachloride, hydrochlorofluorocarbon, okay, and methyl chloroform, okay. So containing the chlorine, okay, the ODS containing chlorine are the chlorofluorocarbon, also called CFC. Okay, so it is the chlorofluorocarbon. Then it is the carbon tetrachloride, carbon tetrachloride, okay, and then is the hydrochlorofluorocarbon, hydrochlorofluorocarbon, okay, and another is the methyl chloroform. There are some kind of substances that are volatile, okay. They are just releasing some kind of gas when in contact, okay, when they are open. So there are this kind of substances like chlorofluorocarbon, carbon tetrachloride, hydrochlor. They are containing some gaseous chlorine, and this causes the thinning of the ozone layer. Okay, so this was about the containing the chlorine. When we say containing the chlorine, okay. So now we contain okay. So containing bromine also, there are some compounds like bromine and methyl bromide, okay, hydrobromofluorocarbon. These are the but the most important and widely I mean the main the compound which has caused in fact the thinning of this ozone layer is the chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, so Montreal Protocol was the one of the kind of agreement was proposed, okay, by the ecologist and the environmental scientist in 1987 to stop the use, production, and import of the ozone depleting substances and minimize their concentration in the atmosphere to protect the ozone layer of the earth. So that was the what is that was called Montreal Protocol. Okay, that was proposed, and that was to kind of agreement between the what we call the countries, different countries, to not to use, not to transport and import the ODS or ozone depleting substances. So it was the Montreal Protocol. Protocol in 1987. Okay, not to use and also to stop the production of this ODS, to stop the production of ODS, production of ODS, okay, import of ODS, and minimize the concentration of ODS in atmosphere, okay, so that it can be healed or it can be reformed, and there will be no further depleting of the ozone layer. So that is the reason this Montreal Protocol was came into existence in 1987 to stop then there was the kind of agreement between the countries, so they will not use this chlorofluorocarbon or methyl bromide, etc., or any substances that will produce these harmful substances that may cause the thinning of the ozone layer. Okay. Now we come to the important part, which is very very important for the exam also. That is the called the causes of ozone layer depletion. Okay. So how it is, it occurs. So we'll write causes of ozone layer depletion. Okay. Now this ozone layer is now become a major concern for the environmental scientists, and also because it is very very dangerous that if harmful ultraviolet radiation pass through this ozone layer and is not filtered, okay, then it is going to cause so many diseases, different types of problem in the physiology of the living organisms. Okay, so the main cause is the chlorofluorocarbon. The main cause, like I told you earlier, it is the chlorofluorocarbon. Now, from where this chlorofluorocarbon comes in the atmosphere and interferes with the ozone layer? The ozone layer depletion, this is also called as the CFC in short form. So it is the chlorofluorocarbon, CFCs. Okay, chlorofluorocarbons. It is the main cause of these are released by solvents, spray, aerosol. These are released by solvents, some kind of solvents. Okay, then spray aerosol. Spray aerosol. You know aerosol or spray aerosol. When it is the aerosol means when it is a kind of gas and the liquids are there in the spray aerosol. Okay, that is a kind of spray aerosol. And refrigerators and air conditioners. Refrigerators and air conditioners, etc. So when there was advancement of technology and there was discovery of the refrigeration technology, refrigerators and air conditioners, these chlorofluorocarbon were released in large quantity, and that got mixed with the atmosphere, and when it came in contact with ozone layer, it damaged, it destroyed the ozone layer and causing the thinning of the ozone layer. Okay, so that is the okay. So the molecules of chlorofluorocarbon in the stratosphere are broken down by the ultraviolet radiations and release chlorine atoms. So this is harmful. So normally when chlorofluorocarbon comes in contact or it goes to the stratosphere, so these chlorofluorocarbon are broken down by the ultraviolet radiation in stratosphere, and there is the release of chlorine atom. So this chlorine atom reacts with the ozone and destroy it. So that means when chlorofluorocarbon goes in stratosphere, where UV radiations break down what? CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, and release chlorine atom. Chlorine atom. Okay. This chlorine atom reacts with ozone and destroy it destroy and reacts and then destroy it. Okay, so this is how chlorofluorocarbon or chlorine containing gaseous compound, they are harming and causing the thinning of this ozone layer. Okay, when chlorofluorocarbon, which is released by the aerosols, okay, spray aerosols or refrigerator, air conditioners, etc., this goes to stratosphere. Then in the stratosphere, ultraviolet radiations break down the CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, and then there is the release of chlorine atom due to breakdown of chlorofluorocarbon. These chlorine atom then reacts or interferes with the ozone and destroy the ozone. Okay, so that is how this is the ozone layer thinning is caused. Okay, so there are some other reasons like unregulated rocket launches also. Researchers say that unregulated launching of rockets results in much more depletion of the ozone layer than CFCs. If not controlled, this might result in a huge loss of ozone layer in the year 2050. If this is not controlled, if not controlled, okay, so it will be very, very dangerous. It will be very, very dangerous. It will be very, very dangerous. Okay, then there will be depletion of ozone layer to such an extent that it will be very, very dangerous in the year by 2050. So it must be controlled. Controlling of this thinning of ozone layer is very, very important, because this is protecting the living organisms from harmful ultraviolet radiation. Okay, now we come to the another part. Okay, what are the effects? Now, I told you like earlier, they are causing some skin cancer or also weakening of the immune system, etc. The first is the effect on human health. Okay, humans will be directly affected because they are exposed to the harmful ultraviolet radiations of the sun due to the depletion of ozone, and this might result in serious health issues among the humans, such as skin disease, cancer, sunburns, cataract, quick aging, and weak immune system. So number one is that your human health, effect of human health. Okay, human health. So when we say human health, means it may come is the skin cancer. Okay, when you look at the rays, it may cause the cataract in the eye, okay, that harmful ultraviolet radiation easily can cause this cataract of the eyes. Okay, cataract, then cancer, cancer of eye, I mean the eye cancer of eye, then sunburn, okay, quick aging, and weak immune system. The immunity power of the human beings will decrease. Weak immune system. So this was all about the effect on human health. Okay, and in case of other animals, it will be skin disease, or in case of animal, skin diseases or skin cancer, and eye cancer. Okay, in animals. So this is about the in animals. Now, in case of marine life, the organisms living in the seas, in the oceans. Planktons will are greatly affected. Plankton, zooplankton, and the small organisms that is are that grow and live in the ocean and the seas. Planktons are greatly affected. Are greatly affected. Okay, because they are exposed to the radiation, sunlight, greatly affected by that. And these there will be they are destroyed. Okay, they are their life, or you can say they are destroyed by uh, UV radiation. Okay, they are affected greatly, and they play a very important role in food chain. Okay, so now what can we do to prevent this? What is the solution to prevent this ozone layer depletion? Is we need to avoid ODS. We need to use eco-friendly substances. We can use the such kind of the when the industries, the factories, and the or the industries that are producing or they are manufacturing the air conditioners, they may find some alternatives to this chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, because this is very harmful. Minimize the use of the vehicles. Use eco-friendly cleaning products, because we know that when the aerosols are used, from there also chlorofluorocarbon or ODS is released. Okay, use of nitrous oxide should be prohibited. So what we will do there? Avoid ODS. Number 2, minimize the use of vehicles, because while using the vehicles, we are using the air conditioner. Okay, also sometimes minimize the use of vehicles. Eco-friendly use. Eco-friendly. Eco-friendly cleaning products. Cleaning products. Okay. So number 4, use of prohibition of use of nitrous oxide. Okay, so these are the steps that we can do to prevent, because the government should take action and prohibit this use of harmful ozone depleting substances like harmful nitrous oxide that is adversely affecting the ozone layer. And people should be made aware. There should be awareness program, because many people, they are not aware. They don't know. Okay, what is the consequence of using these air conditioner, or it can be used, and scientists should also, researchers and the scientists, the environmental scientists should find some alternative ways. Okay, of these compounds, because while manufacturing these air conditioner or refrigerators. Okay, also it's important that we should not use the one aerosol spray which is used for the cleaning. Okay, so we can use eco-friendly cleaning products. Okay, so that may help the prevention of thinning of the ozone layer. Okay, so students, this much for today. This was about the ozone layer. So I studied about what is ozone. Okay, it is a layer, a gaseous layer present in the stratosphere, which is a layer in the atmosphere, and this is damaged due to the reaction with the chlorine or bromine, and this reaction with chlorine and bromine causes the destruction of the ozone layer, and thereby depletion or thinning. A ozone hole has been observed over the Antarctica, through which the harmful UV radiations are passed through and causing the harmful effects on the living organisms. These ozone layer play a very important role by preventing the entry of harmful radiation on the Earth's surface. They prevent about 97 to 99% of UV radiations that coming harmful radiation coming from the sun. Okay, and we know that if we try, all of us, okay, all human beings, they try to prevent the thinning of this ozone layer, definitely it will be successful. And we must understand this planet Earth is a beautiful place to and it has the resources that is present on the earth is suitable for the living organisms. We must also try to keep these resources, okay, as much as possible to be used again and again, and we should not exploit indiscriminately. And we also try to keep our environment safe and suitable for all living organisms and for the coming generations. Okay, so thank you for joining and listening today. Tomorrow again we'll meet at the same time. Okay, till then, goodbye, take care. Okay.